Hey guys, it's Ash, and today I want to share a very special video covering everything you need to know about the latest Brawl Stars Global update. This is the biggest update in Brawl Stars history, and I have a list of 50 amazing new features and changes that you guys are gonna love. The thing that blew me away the most was the 3D environment. All the maps look absolutely stunning now. I had no idea that Brawl Stars could look this good. I was already content with the old graphics, which I thought were fine, but after playing a few games with the new graphics, I just couldn't look back at the old inferior graphics anymore because it's just completely different. It's just absolutely stunning what they did with the new graphics. What I love the most about the new graphics is the display of all the vibrant colors and lush scenery. It makes you truly feel great. It has such a happy mood to it. Most veteran players are probably wondering whether the new style is gonna take a while for them to adjust. Well, for me, I adjusted to it very quickly. After just a couple games, it definitely felt like I was playing the same game, and I was able to do everything I was in the old design. We have a new brawler, the legendary chameleon-like brawler named Leon, who's absolutely amazing, and I felt like he's just a perfect addition to the type of new brawlers this game really needs. He has such an unique attack in which he throws 4 shurikens in an arc shape with medium range, similar to how Bo's arrows are spread in an arc. And similarly, the mechanics of Leon's attacks are very much like Bo's, where you can adjust it to cover a wide area or throw all 4 shurikens in a straight line path. His attack also does more damage the closer you are to the enemy. His super allows him to go invisible for 10 seconds, allowing you to perform a lot of stealthy and sneaky plays, such as hiding in the grass while activating his super while you're hidden, and then getting up close to an enemy brawler and immediately dealing a massive amount of damage up close. There's definitely a high skill gap to this brawler, and he has a ton of potential to possibly be the best brawler in Brawl Stars. Now, there are some setbacks to his super, so he's not totally overpowered. While he is invisible, he's not invincible, meaning he can still take damage from attacks and be briefly revealed if he's taking damage. If you're invisible and you attack, then you will be permanently revealed. In modes such as Brawl Ball, he becomes visible when he's carrying the ball while using his super. He is also briefly visible when picking up stars in bounty, gems in gem grab, power-ups, and other items during his invisibility. Pets such as Nita's bear and turrets such as Jesse's turret and Penny's mortar are not going to be able to detect Leon while he's invisible. As for his star power, it allows him to run much faster while he's invisible. The new UI is stunning. This is the new main menu where you can display your desired brawler and quickly switch between them with just a few taps. You can quickly invite friends to play with without having to create a new room. Keys have been renamed to tokens, star keys have been renamed to star tokens, brawl boxes and big boxes have now been redesigned. You'll need 100 tokens to open a brawl box and 10 star tokens to open a big box. You can tap in, you can now display a preview of what the map looks like, because now we don't have to memorize like 50 different maps anymore, right? Now, bands have been renamed to clubs. Don't use the word band anymore, guys. It's all about clubs now. With that said, join my club, Nova Ash. It's a top 5 global club. Boss fight mode has been renamed to big game. Not sure why. Boss fight did sound better in my opinion, whereas big game sounds pretty cheesy. Maybe it's just me. New loading screen. It looks great with Colt at the center. Maybe he's overtaking Shelly as the new face of Brawl Stars, maybe? You have the new team chat and club chat at the top right. You're definitely going to need to take note of this placement because you might run into a problem looking for it. I'm not a big fan of this placement, and I do hope Supercell does reconsider making it more identifiable. Another thing I'm not a fan of is the player profile. In order to check your profile and change your icon, you're going to need to scroll all the way to the left on the trophy road. We have a bunch of new models. The Brawl Stars team completely revamped brawlers such as Shelly, Bull, Nita, Barley, Dynamite, and Brock. They all look much sleeker and fitting in the new 3D realm. Dynamite has a new look fitting of his eccentric and hyper old man personality. Truthfully, he reminds me of my organic chemistry professor. His new model is probably my favorite one. We have a bunch of old skins that got revamped and they look totally new. Bandita Shelly looks very badass. It's going to be a very difficult choice between using Bandita Shelly or the new Star Shelly. Obviously, every one of you guys who have pre-registered or if you download the game before 2019, you will have access to the exclusive Star Shelly skin. Viking Bull looks like a new brawler that actually looks like a Viking, especially coupled with his new model. You can see the much different animation for his supercharge. Panda Nita now looks like a baby panda, and then her pet bear looks like a giant mother panda. I love her animation and the way she raises her head every time she attacks. Barley now moves just like you would expect a robot bartender to move. The golden Barley skin makes him look especially luxurious and classy. Now, the last one, the Beach Brock skin, is now my favorite skin in the game, guys. I'm in love with his new attack animation, the look of his rockets. But most of all, his rocket launcher looks like a shark, which is the most amazing thing ever. Every gem grab, bounty, heist, and Brawl Ball map is now 4 tiles wider. With bigger maps, you have more room to not only move around it, but also hide in grassy areas and be able to dodge shots from ranged brawlers such as Ricochet more effectively. In Heist, you're now going to spawn directly behind your safe, so you don't have to run to your safe anymore to guard it with a brawler such as Shelly after you die, because you're now going to spawn directly next to that safe, making defense even stronger in Heist. In Brawl Ball, all players will now respawn behind the goal. This allows for better offense and it will now take you a longer distance to walk and protect your goal line. However, one of the most controversial changes to this new feature is that you can now kick the ball behind your goal, making it extremely difficult for the other team to steal the ball and score. Since brawlers now respawn with immunity behind the goal, it's going to be very difficult to retrieve that ball. Hopefully Supercell quickly realizes this problem and fixes it immediately. Half the maps now have new names, such as Mushroom Cave is now called Death Cap Cave, Bone Box is now called Stone Fort, Temple Catacombs is now called Undermine, and so on. A bunch of maps were revamped and some of them look completely new. For example, Safe Zone looks very different now. The walls in Temple Catacombs have been moved around, making it easier to get out of a spawn trap. And with additional 4 tiles of width, it's going to make getting out of spawn traps much easier in general. We have new voices for a bunch of new brawlers. Penny sounds exactly like you would expect a spunky female pirate to sound like.
Let's go! Yeah! Bye-bye!
Poco's voice kind of surprised me at first. I was expecting to have a somewhat Mexican accent, so I was a little disappointed, but he does sound pretty fun.
Musical mayhem! Too bad, man.
Pam sounds like how you'd expect my mother to sound.
Be crying! My tools ain't for fools! Time to fix this mess!
We also have new music, which is most noticeable when you're in the game. We're gonna have a new modifier known as Healing Mushrooms. Basically, it spawns a large area similar to the radius of Pam's healing station, and it's gonna quickly heal you back to full HP. In Life Leech mode, all player-based healing is reduced by 75%, such as Barley's star power and Pam's star power. This is great because we're finally not gonna see 10 Barley players in a Life Leech showdown map. And we're finally gonna see some diversity in duo showdown with comps and strategies. Can't wait for that. In the Angry Robo modifier, the Robo can no longer see into bushes. He also cannot hide in bushes, and he drops a total of 5 power cubes when he dies. You can also now charge your super when you shoot at the Robo. Game rooms are now called teams, and you can invite anyone to your team from your friends list or from your club. You can also request to join an incomplete team. Matchmaking has been improved, and you're now gonna less likely see teams with 3 Pipers or 3 Mortises in Brawl Ball. You can now activate super abilities at any time when charged, and this can interrupt your normal attacks. For example, you no longer have to wait for Primo to complete his normal punching attack to then use his super. You can now instantaneously use his super without any delay. Brawl Ball aiming direction is now shown to your teammates. This makes it easier for them to see which direction you're going to kick the ball so they can receive it more accurately. Spike's main attack is now predictable, meaning his spikes no longer shoot randomly. This means you can now strategically shoot in directions to utilize his spikes. This also means that you can predict the direction of those spikes and be able to dodge them. Darryl has been completely reworked and can no longer roll an insane amount of distance. His new super is only 7 tiles long. This sounds very weird, but then you also have to account for the fact that he charges his super insanely fast now. His super also automatically charges every second, even if he's not dealing any damage. Along with that, it only takes him 7 attack hits instead of 13 to charge his super. That's like half as much, which is insanely fast when you also couple it with auto charge. As for his star power, it activates a shield when he uses his super, and that shield reduces damage by 30% for 3.5 seconds, and that is actually big because you're going to be rolling into enemies a lot. All this means is that even though Darryl can't roll too far, he's gonna still get his super very quickly, allowing him to be even better in my opinion, because this allows him to use his super for escapes. Also can't forget the fact that his super stuns enemies for a split second when he rolls through them. All of this make him sound pretty overpowered, so there were some nerfs made to balance that. His main attack damage has been reduced by 28%, his super attack damage has been reduced by 38%, and his health has been reduced by 20%. On the positive note, we can finally see a much more diverse heist meta where we don't have to worry about Darryl's rolling from the other side of the map directly to your safe. I can't wait to see how different heist is gonna look now. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I'm going to start creating daily Brawl Stars videos now and you're not going to want to miss any of them. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you guys again soon.